Bawo, como tu tá? What is good, my people? Today, I'm going to be giving my take on RAYE. I have reacted to quite a bit of her music on my other channel, H.I.M Listens, and I shall link that at the end of this video if you guys want to happen to go over there and look at my RAYE reactions. They are an experience. Just want to forewarn you, they're an experience. They're a roller coaster at times, my people. But listen, it's worth the watch. But I want to sort of get to know her outside of just listening to her music and see what she's about. So we're going to get an understanding of like the struggles that she's faced with her label, as well as the breaking point that she had to go through before she released her album, I believe last year. But yeah. But before we get into that, my people, do me a quick solid, hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. I appreciate you. If any requests, anything you like me to get my take on, let me know down in those comments below. Without further ado, let's get into this BBC clip. Dale.
I think I was even able to get along with my career because I was just constantly in some form of sedation to just get along with it, whether it be weed or other things, which I write about on my album. But
on the album, you talk about codeine.
Yeah, these things.
So I wonder, how is that even legal? Right, where you are a record label and you're working with somebody that is under the influence of different substances, right? And there's like signing things and like how is that legal? Like that is my question. If you guys happen to know, let me know in the comments below, because that to me is always weird, especially because these labels are sometimes even aiding in the substance abuse, my people.
And I guess Mandy's, which I think is MDMA.
Yeah. I was just trying to get on with it, Louis, and this is the thing. When I became sober, I realised, like, wow, I can't do this sober. Like, this is deep. It's actually deep. It's so deep. What I'd realised, I'd actually been doing to myself as a person to try and be somebody that they wanted me to be, and it's so sad.
I feel for her, man.
So I'd just gotten to that point where I was just like, what is my life right now? What is the point? Yeah, so I just was at a point where I just had nothing left to lose. Yeah, so I was just like, fuck it. I've absolutely reached my limit.
Frustrated at the label's unwillingness to let her release an album, RAYE reached breaking point, taking to social media.
I never in my wildest dreams could ever thought that I would ever turn around and want to give up on being an artist, bro, but that is how far you push me.
That's crazy, my people. And I had an idea. Just if you listen to RAYE's music, you can definitely hear her pain, her trauma, her struggles, right? I had an idea, but I didn't know it was to the point where she was planning on just never releasing music again, and that in itself would have been so tragic if that had come to pass, because like we would not have gotten any of the music that we're getting today, right? And not only that, like her music isn't just something that you listen to like vibe out to party to, but like it's actually for some people it's a form of therapy, right? And there's so many people that her music has helped that they would not have been helped or being able to like sort of walk through or reflect on their trauma and situations if RAYE was not like that's the part where like I understand the label's job and its purpose, you know what I mean, like it's a business, like I get that, but like if you're an artist out there, I just say try your best to go independent, especially if you want to be an actual artist and not someone who's using music as a means to make money or for notoriety or public fame. Like try to go independent, my people, because like there's so many tools with social media out, you know what I mean, like that you can utilize in order for you to get your art out there, right? But again, if your goal is to solely for that purpose to get your art out there, then go the independent route. If your goal is to be the next Taylor Swift or Beyonce, you know what I mean, like you're gonna need to have that machine behind you. But those two goals are in opposite directions, right? And some people are happy with not being at the top of every Billboard chart, or you know what I mean, and just having their core and niche community that really vibes with their art. But for some people, it's the opposite. So I understand, I get it, but you know, just make sure you know what you're getting into before you sign on that dotted line. Because once you sign,
They either listen to me now, listen to their artist in pain, or we part ways and they can save themselves this headache because I'm about to make it a headache.
as you should.
The alarms
out,
go off
burn it down.
around the label, and then do they say this is, you can do your album, or how does it shake out after that?
No, it was very much... It was actually, please, can you stop doing interviews about it?
Really stop talking about it, because it's embarrassing.
And I was like, I will when you let me go. It's like, just let me go, please. And I'm so lucky that they just... And it was quick.
Since having all the success you've had with it, have you heard anything from your old label?
Yeah. I did. Got some flowers, so that was nice. It's just honestly like that.
Bro, success is the best revenge, my people. Literally, success is the best revenge. Like, you don't need to go back and forth with people. You just need to succeed. And they'll see it, and they'll know. You know what I mean? They'll know exactly what time it is, my people.
Is it making you annoyed talking about it?
Yeah, it makes me annoyed, you know. I do have to really come to find true peace, which I wrestle with. You know, at the end of the day, it should just come down to a creator believing in what they've created.
Facts.
It's as simple as, I just want to be a person who's in control of my life.
And that is fair, man, especially when you're creating art like that. You want to be able to paint, right, whatever you want to paint. You want to be able to paint whatever you want to paint, right? You don't want to be told, like, you need to paint portraits if you want to paint birds, right? Because your heart is not in it, right? She is a true musician, a true artist, and she wants to be able to just create art, right? And because she's able to do that now, that's why her music is just so genuine, right? You can feel that she's somebody that wants to make music for the love of it, to help walk through, you know, her past trauma, versus somebody who wants to be at the top of the Billboard charts. Like, listen to her music and you'll understand, my people. Like, trust me, you will understand. But we're going to also watch another interview that Ray did. This one is with the Kelly Clarkson show. It's about her breaking point before releasing her debut album, which is, I believe, what we're listening to in 2026, if I'm remembering correctly.
We are so similar. No, first of all, happy birthday. Technically your birthday.
All right.
Yeah, so I find your story fascinating because I know that you were behind the scenes and you were writing for a long time, and like a label was sitting on you.
I didn't know that. But a lot of labels will actually do that for great writers. They would just trap them in contracts and not allow them to release music, but have them write for the artists that they want to make, you know what I mean, to have at the top of the Billboard charts, or to make money for, or that's easier to market, right?
Like morons. I was like, which they do. We hear about this story often with artists, but you just are incredible. And you signed your first record deal, it was 2014, right?
Yep.
But this is your actual debut album.
Yeah.
Which, congratulations.
2014, and she released her debut album last year. My people, that is, oh my God, that's wild. That is wild. Imagine you going, you know, listen, I'm gonna sign this contract, I'm gonna do what I need to do in order to, you know what I mean, get my art out there, have this label behind me, have this machine behind me, right? You know, if I have to write for a few people, I'll write for a few people. But then, like, your turn never comes. Like, I ain't mad that, you know, Ray had a little, you know, crash out period. I ain't mad at it, because, like, at that point, burn the whole thing down. Like, burn it down. Like, let them burn bridges, light the way, my people.
Debut album.
Yeah.
Which, congratulations. Like,
that's so nice.
I mean, I'm bummed because I feel like we missed out on a ton of amazing art from you for the last, like, that was coming from you. Like, as a songwriter, it's an amazing job as well. It's an amazing gift to be able to write a song for other people. But there's a part of me that's like, oh God, I feel like we missed out on so much. And then a part of me is like, I'm kind of glad maybe somebody held back the reins a bit, because maybe this album wouldn't have been what it is. And it's so perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's.
And I think that everything happens for a reason. I think she was meant to release music now, given what we're going through, you know, in 2026 and just everything. Her music just hits so much harder, right? It's very relatable to the current time. So although her situation wasn't the best, I'm happy that she's releasing music at this time, because who knows what would have happened, you know, if it was released during that time. I do think that she would have succeeded, because like the songs that she's written, you know, did well for other people. But again, like I think that her time is now.
So perfect.
That's
So
so
talk about that whole journey to everybody.
So basically, since I was a little girl, it was just plan A: singer, writer, musician. Get there or die trying. There was no plan B. Do you know what I mean?
No,
so it's
me
like
too.
Right?
Yep.
So it's like, how are we gonna
People are
make
like,
this
what's your
work?
plan B? And I go, I
Like,
guess fail.
Failure.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think, you know, when you're that young and you know you want to be a musician and a singer, you think record deal. I need a record deal, right? So you just like, oh. And
that's what
I
we're
put
taught.
pen to paper when I was 17. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I've made it. Do you know what I mean? And I really hadn't. And it actually was a really tough 7 years of kind of, you know, I really believe in albums, and I really believe
The story of it.
you know, the importance of a body of work. And I think that's also how you as an artist build a fan base and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of got shooed into kind of doing these kind of really, and not to be mean to my old music, because some of it was quite successful, but it was like dance, pop, EDM vibes that in the UK people eat up dance music.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
We love it here
They
as well.
do.
People love the uns.
Yeah, they love the uns.
They love the uns.
So how did you go independent? How did you get out?
Well, I basically hit a breaking point where I was just like, yeah, I can't do this anymore.
She crashed
Okay,
out. It's okay.
and
She crashed
you know,
out.
I've done a lot of therapy and taken a lot of time to like process it all, because and I think, you know, like being a woman in the industry, and you know, like behind closed doors, just on the worst of days, it's not very pretty. You know what I mean? It's not nice.
Yeah.
And there's a lot
I'm
of
actually very surprised it hasn't hit the music industry like it did the movie.
proper.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things
Really shady. Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. Especially, I don't mean to sound like this, but it's true. It's very hard on women.
And you get out there and you put on the smile.
Yeah.
And you just really literally perform.
Act like it was their idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Super fun.
We need to talk after
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I listened to your album and I was like, yes. I was like,
It's very cool to have someone like Kelly Clarkson interview other artists, because like she's had success globally. She's gone through this process. She's got her success through like a TV show, you know, competitive singing TV show. Like she is very uniquely situated to do these types of interviews, where I actually like really pay attention to what she's saying, because she's been through it and she's been a woman in the industry, right?
but you, in an acceptance speech, you said we need to appreciate songwriters more, which I always say all the time as well.
Yeah.
Because we're losing a lot of great songwriters because of streaming. Like, I love streaming as much as this person, but people don't make as much money doing that.
No.
And nobody supports them on the, you know, behind the
back end.
scenes to be able to live and be a
100%.
songwriter. Yeah.
I think the really sad thing is, the reality is people don't actually care about songwriters at all. And
it's not just songwriters. They don't care about musicians, right? They don't care. Like, the only people that really care about is the singer and the producer. If you're not one of those two people, then you're pretty much, you know, out of luck. Just to say without any profanity, right? It's only going to get worse with the rise of AI, right? Because now you don't need a songwriter. You can throw it into some type of, you know, music writing AI, and it'll spit you out a song for you. So it's going to continue to get worse. And I think that even now producers too, once AI gets to where it needs to be, are in trouble. And then the last thing will be the actual singer, right? Because I've reacted to quite a few, you know, AI songs on my other channel, H.I.M Listens, shameless plug, and the AI is scary good, my people. There's some genres that it just can't do yet, but this is the worst that AI will ever be. And it's currently, you know, April 8th, 2026, and today will be the worst that AI will ever be. It can only go up from here, my people. And it's scary, but it's also exciting at the same time.
You know, you might think that you do, but nobody does. And when I say songwriters, I'm not talking about artists. Everyone cares about artists, you know, but there are songwriters, and songwriters are an essential part of music creation, whether it be film scores, songs by your faves, songs you hate, but they're stuck in your head.
Yeah.
Songwriters are so important, and they are, and as the industry is changing and streaming is changing and the way money is changing, the only way songwriters are making money now is off radio records, which is affecting the art, because songwriters only have a choice but to create something for radio.
Because they won't even listen to it if it doesn't sound like somebody else's song that was just a hit.
There's problems. So I just think record labels are making more money than ever, more money than the last 25 years or whatever. And everyone in the creative process should benefit equally, I think.
I agree.
I think that's fair. You're taking a trip. I've never done this, and I've always wanted to do it, but I've never taken the time. But you're taking a trip with your band to write music soon, right?
So I'm gonna link the full interview, well, not the full interview, the clip that we watched in the description. Both clips, please check them out. This was just very, very insightful for me. It helps me to see Raye just outside of her music as an artist, as a musician, but as an actual person, right? And what she has gone through, right? It's not a story that a lot of people don't face, right? Some people are luckier than others and may have the easiest ride ever, right? Because they signed with a good label, had a good team around them. But for some people, like, music is their way out, my people. It's their way to uplift not only themselves, but their family, the people around them. So when you're in that vulnerable situation, you're willing to do things when you're given promises, right? That are verbal, that's not in contract, but you want to sign a contract, so because that's your foot in the door, and they have all the leverage on you, and you know that, like, if you're able to go in and grind, that your turn will come. But for some people, their turn never comes, and that's where the issue arises, my people. The music industry is ever evolving. Sorry, the entertainment industry as itself is an ever-evolving industry, and there's so many different stories, and I feel for people that are in that industry, man. I am getting into it by creating content. I'm entertaining you guys, so that's, I'm in the entertainment industry, but I'm a one-stop shop. I'm not signed to any management company, so I've heard horror stories of that. So it's just like, oh man, like it's just scary, man. It's just all around scary, but through that scariness, people, make sure if you're an artist watching this, you have a voice, use that voice, you know what I mean, and you'll be all right, you will be all right. Well, people, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.